Clearly, humans or Homo sapiens are the most sophisticated creatures on the earth. Just look at the cities we build, technology we create, and the daring sports that we do. But what makes us different from other animals is our propensity for emotions, feelings, and ability to identify with other people. Derrek, in his speech titled The Human Connection, will tell us what it means to be truly human. Derrek?
Have you ever had your heart broken? Many of us have, and we see it manifest itself in the songs we hear on the radio. And really, many of us can identify with the songwriters, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Have you ever thought why we get our hearts broken? I mean, we get our hearts broken because we give of ourselves. We're open and honest to somebody else. And that's what us as humans do. We're open. But sometimes we're scared. We guard our hearts. We close it up. But to be open is to open ourselves up to love. And to love is to be vulnerable. And to be vulnerable is what it means to be truly human. So with that, I have a serious and personal question I want to ask each and every one of you. What is that thing in your life that you are scared or you spend all your time trying to hide? I mean, for me, sometimes I struggle with a sense of purpose. Or another thing I don't like other people knowing about me is sometimes I stay awake terrified at night I'll be a horrible father or husband someday. You see, we all live in these propped up versions of ourselves, masking the shame, putting band-aids on pain, and trying to suffocate temptation all by ourselves. However, we weren't created to do it all by ourselves. The paradox in American culture today is that only in 2017 can we know what our friends had for lunch today halfway across the world, but yet we're still the most fragmented, splintered, cropped and edited people in history. And liking somebody's status about needing to be more open and honest with one another doesn't equate to being more open and honest. C.S. Lewis wrote a famous novel called The Great Divorce. Fun book, I recommend it. But in that book, he paints a unique picture of hell. And as hell being an island, everybody has their own island, thousands of miles away from the nearest individual. Complete isolation. Now that's an interesting picture of hell, don't you think? Our xenophobia and our living in isolation is stripping us of our humanity. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's scared to be open. It's scared to be honest. And really, sometimes people will reject us and will want to crawl right back into our caves of isolation. But you see me, I'd rather have the messiness of community and the possibility of joy than the cleanliness, than the messiness of community. So, let me say that again. I don't want to have the messiness of community. I'd rather have the messiness of community and the possibility of joy than the cleanliness of isolation and certain despair. Because really, if you want to understand and feel the true depths of love, or the true reality of joy, then you have to be open, honest, and transparent. You can't have those three things in isolation. without that human connection. Again, C.S. Lewis said it best in this quote: "To love anything and love at all is to be vulnerable. Give your heart to anything or anyone, it will be wrung and possibly broken. However, if you want to keep your heart intact, give it to no one, not even an animal. Wrap it around in hobbies and little luxuries. Lock it in your casket or coffin of your selfishness. But in that casket, dark, motionless, and airless, it will be changed. It won't be broken, but it will become unbreakable, unpenetrable, and irredeemable." End quote. You see, we as humans, we have a connection. We're destined for relationship and being connected. Being connected is to be vulnerable. Being vulnerable is to open us up to love. That's what it means to be truly human. So next time you're sitting at that red stoplight, listening to that country song or that heartbreak song, maybe you'll have a different perspective on what it means to be truly human. Thank you.